Rising junior and consensus 5-star prospect Skyy Clark is easily one of the most elite guards in a very talented 2022 recruiting class. Skyy already has several offers from high major programs, and his recruiting is still heating up, recently receiving high interest from Kentucky and UNC. There's a lot to love about Skyy's game. He's a highly skilled offensive weapon with a lot of potential as a floor general, but beyond that, I was really impressed with how mature and polished his game is at such a young age. There's not much that Skyy can't do with the ball in his hands, and it'll be interesting to see how much better he'll get by the time he's a senior. But let's really examine Skyy's game in this breakdown so you can get a good idea of how special this kid truly is. Skyy is one of the more craftier finishers that you will find at the point guard position. He's an aggressive scorer that could be a real handful when he wants to get to the basket. Skyy's slick handle and excellent change of pace allow him to break down defenders and maneuver around and through double teams with relative ease. Once Skyy is able to get by a defender with his initial move, he then does an excellent job reacting to help defenders in the lane by using his elite footwork to get in positions to score. At the basket, Skyy uses his impressive 200-pound frame to absorb contact, and he's very comfortable using his left and right hand when finishing at the cup. He also has no problem utilizing high arcing floaters over longer defenders in the paint. Skyy is equally hard to contain in transition, especially when he has a full head of steam. He has solid end-to-end speed with the ball in his hands. Factor that in with his footwork and physical strength, and Skyy is almost impossible to slow down on the break. He's also an above-average athlete that's capable of playing above the rim in open space. Overall, Skyy is one of the best at getting to the basket and finishing efficiently at the rim. Skyy has made huge strides as a shooter from his freshman to sophomore year, especially from three-point range, going from 22% to an impressive 39% from the perimeter. He's great in catch and shoot situations. Skyy has one of the quicker releases that you'll find at the high school level. He seems to always get great elevation on his jump shot, and his range extends well beyond the three-point line. Not only is he a dangerous catch and shoot guy, but Skyy is also one of the better shot creators in the 2022 class. His handle allows him to get to anywhere on the floor, and he does a good job picking his spots for pull-up jumpers in the mid-range area. He can pull up in virtually any situation, whether it be coming off of ball screens or pushing the ball in transition. Skyy always seems to be under control and on balance when pulling up off the bounce. I also like Skyy's ability to create separation off the dribble using crossovers and step backs in one-on-one situations. Skyy's dramatic improvement as a shooter has really taken his game to the next level, and it really speaks to his work ethic as a player. But let's move on to Skyy's potential as a point guard. So Skyy is a scorer at his core, which is clear from the 4 assists per game he averaged at Heritage Christian. But despite that being the case, Skyy does show a lot of promise as a floor general. When he's not looking to score the ball, he does a fairly good job setting up his teammates in the half court, and he's also capable of throwing dimes in transition. He's more of a combo guard at this stage of his game, but he does have the poise and court vision to develop into a solid lead guard. I also really like Skyy's talent as a defender despite not having the best physical tools. He's only 6'2" with an average wingspan, but he makes up for it with his effort and toughness. He can be a very pesky on-ball defender. Skyy has good lateral quickness, and he has very active hands on defense. He averaged 3 steals per game during his 2 years at Heritage Christian, which is an impressive number for a player who exerts a lot of energy on the offensive end. It just goes to show that Skyy really does work hard on both ends of the floor. Skyy's main weakness is his feel for the game at the point guard position. He's a high-level scorer that still needs development when it comes to creating for others. Skyy averaged 4 turnovers per game to go along with 4 assists per game during his sophomore campaign, largely due to him forcing the issue on the offensive end. Skyy occasionally gets tunnel vision when attacking the basket, which has led to charges and desperation passes made at the last minute. He also gets in habits of over-dribbling when he's trying to get himself going offensively, and when this happens, he misses out on the open man standing on the perimeter or cutting to the basket. I would also like to see Skyy improve his shot selection from 15 feet and beyond. Now, he has improved tremendously as a shooter, but at times, he can be very trigger happy, often shooting rushed and ill-advised jumpers under a lot of defensive pressure. This is expected from a score-first point guard, especially one who's as young as Skyy. But even though his shot selection can be questionable, Skyy was a very efficient scorer this past year. As he matures, I think he'll be able to cut down on some of these bad shots. Well, here's my verdict. Skyy is one of the best guard prospects regardless of class, and I believe he has the potential to develop into an elite level point guard. He really has no holes in his game offensively. He has the handle, shooting ability, footwork, and finesse around the rim that you want in a scoring guard. But standing at only 6'2", he lacks the size and elite athleticism to have long-term success as a combo guard at the next level. I think it's important for Skyy to really embrace the point guard role and truly learn how to make others around him better. If he's able to do this, then I think without a doubt Skyy will be a pro one day.